Let me guess, you've been studying Spanish and you felt like you were cruising, and then bam, you overheard two Mexicans talking and didn't understand a word. And you know what? I had the exact same problem. But after 10 years living here in Mexico and thousands of hours of podcasts, I finally cracked the code. So yeah, in today's video, we're going to break down the 6 sneaky reasons why Mexican Spanish is so darn difficult to understand, including words from ancient Aztec and some weird colloquial conjugations that no textbook ever teaches. Oh, and of course, we're also going to teach you how to get it clicking too.
A darle!
Okay, so the first reason that Mexican Spanish is so darn hard to understand is that they straight up eat their words. And to show you what I mean, let's play a quick game. So here are 4 shortened or contracted words in Mexican Spanish. Let's see if you can guess the originals. So, the words are
Hora. Por ejemplo. Ahora sí. ¿En qué le ayudo, joven? Pos. Por ejemplo. Pues, no sé, la verdad. Ámonos. Por ejemplo. Ámonos de aquí. Ta. Por ejemplo. Está bueno.
Okay, you've got 10 seconds to think. Pretty difficult, right? So the first one is actually ahora. The second is pues. The third is vámonos. And the fourth is está. Don't worry if you didn't get them all. They were pretty tricky. And hey, you've leveled up anyway. And guys, those aren't the only examples of Mexicans chomping down on syllables. They also love squashing 2 words into one, especially with para. So, quick round 2. You need to guess what the following mean.
Pa' allá, pa' qué y pa' acá. 5 segundos. Y las respuestas son para allá, para qué y para acá. Muy bien si le atinaste a todos.
And when you start spotting these patterns, Mexican Spanish becomes so much clearer. Honestly, you'll start catching sentences that used to sound like mush. And guys, we've actually put the 10 most common chomped words in our free mini guide, which you can snag down below. Just click the link, enter your email, and I'll get it sent out. Oh, and if you thought squash Spanish was tough, wait until Mexicans start throwing around words from 2 completely different languages, including one that the Aztecs used. So just when you think you're getting somewhere, Mexicans will suddenly hit you with weird words from the language that the Aztecs used to use, which is actually called Nahuatl. Yeah, they literally speak to you in Aztec, or at least using Aztec words. To show you what I mean, here are 4 words in standard Spanish, alongside their Nahuatl equivalents. Let's see if you can match them up. You've got 5 seconds. Okay, here are the answers. Really well done if you got them all right. And weird words aren't the only little gift that the Aztecs bestowed upon Mexican Spanish. You see, they were also very fond of diminutives, which are basically variations of words that sound cuter, smaller, or less intense than the original. And guess what? Modern Mexican Spanish is absolutely bursting at the seams with diminutives too. So yeah, instead of tacos, Mexicans might say taquitos. And instead of huevos, they might say huevitos. Really though, there are too many to go over here. But we've put the 20 most common in the free mini guide, which you can snag down below. And if that weren't enough, urban dwelling Mexicans often like to sprinkle in a little bit of English for good measure. Yep, English. But the Mexican versions aren't always the same as the originals. Here are some of the most common anglicisms in Mexican Spanish. Let's see if you can guess what they mean.
Business. ¿Cómo vas con el business? Please. ¿Me traes la cuenta, please? Nice. Es una zona muy nice. Checar. Deja checo.
5 seconds. And the answers are business, please, fancy, and to check. So yeah, just being aware of the most common anglicisms, diminutives, and nahuatl loanwords is going to massively improve your comprehension. And guys, we've put all the ones you need to know in the free PDF down below. Oh, and we still haven't talked about the most common diminutive of all, a word that almost defines Mexican Spanish. Adita. I bet you've heard it, but there's also quite a strong possibility that you didn't understand what it meant. Let me show you what I mean. So, which of the following do you think are possible translations of ahorita? A, right now. B, in a bit. C, mañana. And D, never. You've got 10 seconds to think. And the answer is all of them. Yep, ahorita is literally like a Mexican time warp. So yeah, it can mean right now.
Ahorita te llamo.
I'll ring you right back. But it can also be super ambiguous. So if you hear things like
Ahorita lo hago.
it could mean in 5 minutes, mañana, or even never. So yeah, the next time you hear ahorita, look for context clues. Tone, body language, and even the situation can help you decide whether the person means now or never. And guys, we've put all the uses of ahorita and loads of juicy examples in the free mini guide down below. Oh, and time isn't the only funky thing in Mexican Spanish. Mexicans sometimes even bend grammar itself. Have you ever heard Mexicans say things like dijistes or bien bueno? If so, welcome to the grammar rebellion. You see, some of the Spanish used in Mexico just ain't proper Spanish. Hold on, was that even proper English? Anyway, in Mexico you're going to hear words like dijistes, comistes, and fuistes, which are basically like colloquial variations of preterite tense conjugations. And guys, these are very informal and not everyone uses them. So make sure to listen to what everyone around you is saying before you start reading them off yourself. Oh, and we also need to talk about bien. You see, in standard Spanish, bien is an adverb meaning well. For example,
Canta bien.
he sings well.
Juega bien.
He plays well. But in Mexican Spanish, it has a different meaning entirely. Let's see if you can work out what this is. Here are 2 examples.
Está bien difícil. Tu perro está bien bonito.
You've got 5 seconds to figure out how bien is being used. And yeah, in Mexican Spanish, bien is also a colloquial, but very, 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 very common way of saying very. So pretty much whenever you'd use muy, you can just swap it out for bien and sound instantly more Mexican. Hold on a sec. Why are you using estar in those sentences when you're talking about something's permanent features? I mean, isn't estar for all things temporary and ser for all things permanent? Well, yeah, technically. But in Mexican Spanish, estar is almost always used when it's someone's subjective opinion. Which is why you'll hear things like
Está buena la fiesta. ¡Qué rica está la comida! Está muy guapo.
Oh, thanks. Anyway, it's now abundantly clear to me that Mexicans bend grammar rules. I hope you're not now going to tell me that they have different rules in different cities and regions too. Well, now you mention it. Yeah, it's true. Once you've got everything down pat and you actually start traveling around Mexico, you're going to find that there are massive regional variations. So in the north, you're going to hear way more Anglicisms, lonche, troca, etc. And diminutives are more often formed with io. Think morrillo instead of morrito. Oh, and norteño Spanish also has its own sing-song intonation, which makes it sound completely different. Now, in Mexico City, they love to stretch out words for dramatic effect.
No mames, güey.
And Chilango Spanish is also packed with regional slang and colloquialisms. Chamba, chela, chavo, etc. Some of them are used in the north too, but not all. And finally, we've got Yucateco Spanish, which was influenced by the Maya, not the Aztecs. So yeah, expect completely different words for everyday things. Grandma is chichi, belly button is tuch, and chubby is puruch. Easy? I think not. And you know what else can be very different between regions? Slang. Which is probably the number one reason why Mexican Spanish is so darn difficult to understand. Yeah, the main reason why you're not understanding Mexican Spanish is the slang. Because guys, there's literally a slang word for everything. I mean, Mexicans will even try to get your attention on the street using slang. And some people even tack güey, which means bro, onto the end of every sentence. But yeah, there's so much slang that I think it's probably the topic of another video. So if you want to learn what Mexicans say instead of hola, dinero, and fiesta, and massively level up your Mexican Spanish in the process, then make sure to check out this video right here. I'll see you there.